Hi guys, I am here today to film a really highly requested video, and that is my top 5 products for twins. So some of you out there I know that watch my videos are currently expecting twins and curious about what my most used products are that we purchased for the twins. All of them are bigger items, and so I'm not going to actually show them to you here, so I will insert pictures as I'm talking about them and let you know where you can find them, and hopefully this is helpful for you. So I'm going to jump right into it. Number 1, I mentioned this in my breastfeeding twins video, but it is by far the most important product in my opinion, and that is the Twinsies Pillow. I will insert a picture of it here. And you can find this online. It's on Amazon or on the Twinsies Pillow website. If you just Google Twinsies Pillows, it's about $99, $89 if you don't buy the cover. I would get the cover. That way you can take it off and wash it. And it technically is a nursing pillow, but regardless of whether you are able to breastfeed your twins or not, I would say get it, because it holds them, they can sit in it. All the pictures, if you follow me on Instagram, like 90% of them, they're sitting in it. It just is so nice to have something that you can put them both safely in. Now that they're getting older, I can prop them up for tummy time. It'll help them once they are learning to sit and still kind of wobbly. It's just by far been the most handy product. Not to mention it, I don't know how I would breastfeed without it. It is so comfortable. Basically, it looks like an M, and that middle section goes up when you sit down. It goes behind you, and then the two arms curve around you and then snap. There's a little buckle on it, and then each baby gets an arm to sit on, and it helps support your lower back, helps hold the babies in place. It is so much better in my opinion than any other like breastfeeding pillows out there. I think that the only other one specifically made for twins that I know of is my Breast Friend twin size pillow, and that basically is the same as their other pillow, just a little bit bigger. But it doesn't have just the convenience that this one has in my opinion. So if you are able to purchase it, put it on your registry. I used babylist.com for my registry. That way it wasn't at a specific Babies R Us, Buy by Baby, Target. You could add anything from any online website that you wanted, whether it be Etsy or Amazon or anything like that, and it was super helpful because I was able to add stuff that I wasn't able to find at a Babies R Us or Buy by Baby. So number 1 product, if I could say one thing, Twinsies Pillow, buy it. It will help you so much. Number 2 thing that I think is super duper important with twins is a baby carrier. When I first had them and they were teeny tiny, I used the Moby Wrap, which is a soft like carrier. It's a woven one. You can find it at Target or Babies R Us or Buy by Baby. It's about $45, $50 depending on where you get it. And I actually was able to carry both of them in it. If you are on YouTube, there's a couple different video tutorials on how to wrap twins. I maybe can still try to film one for you if you're interested. So if you're interested in that, leave a comment below and I will try to show you. Now, an important thing for me to say is the Moby actual like website does not recommend that you carry twins in it. It's not something that they're gonna say is the safest, but I did it just fine. And I think the important thing is, as long as you are still, you know, making sure that they're in there securely, that their airways are safe. In my opinion, they're fine, but if you're not comfortable, don't use it, obviously. Now that they are a little bit bigger and it's a lot of work on my back, we have 2 ergo carriers, which are my favorite. You know, they're called soft structured carriers. And we have 2 of them, one for myself and one for my husband, and we use them constantly. If we're at the grocery store, if we're at Disneyland for the day, if we're at church on Sunday mornings. He takes one, I take one. For the first couple months, they need an infant insert that you have to buy separately, and the ergos are a little bit pricier. They're about $150, $130, depending on which one you get. Totally worth it in my opinion. Once again, another thing you can put on your baby registry. And they just love being close to you. I feel like most babies like being held, and when you have twins, you can't always hold both of them at the same time. So you can wear one, you can hold the other. When they get older, you can actually wear 2 at once and put one on the back, one on the front, or you can wear 2 at once. and that has to be older once they're like sitting up on their own, and that way they don't suffocate themselves in your back. But it's been super great to have. My mom has even helped like wear them when they're over, and it just allows you to get stuff done. I can cook with them in my carrier. I can clean, you know, most stuff with them in my carrier. And it also, I feel like, helps keep people from touching them. When they are on you, it's like your space. So people are less likely to come and stick their hands when their head's on your chest than if you're just holding them, I feel like. So the Ergo even has like a flap that you can put up and snap on your shoulders so that they're completely covered in there. No one can even see them, touch on them, breathe on them, nothing like that. So that's my number 2 would be baby carriers. Number 3 that we got that was super important for me was a car seat that had a lower birth weight ability to carry. So we got the Britax Be Safe Elite car seats. These are pricey for car seats. My mother-in-law very kindly gifted them to us. I think they're about $230 to $250 a piece. But the reason I went with them is because unlike a lot of car seats that have a 5-pound is the lowest they go, Britax actually goes down to 4 pounds. And knowing that we were having twins that could possibly come early, I wanted to have a lower birth weight capability and one that was really high safety ratings. Now car seats, I feel like they all have to pass the same safety requirements. So any car seat that is on the market is going to be safe and pass all the like requirements. So even if you buy a $50 car seat versus a $130 car seat, they have to pass the same requirements. However, some could do better in the crash tests than others. So the Britax has really great safety ratings. It is narrow too, which is what we liked about it, is we could put the two of them right next to each other in our van and not have to worry about them bumping into each other. They fit on the seats really nicely. Their latch system is really nice. It's easy to get in and out of the car. They are heavy. I think they're about 30 pounds a car seat, plus then the baby weight. So they are like heavy to look around. I could be wrong. I'll try to see if I can find the info, maybe link it below. But I love them. They look really sleek. They clean very easily. We've had countless diaper explosions, but because of the fabric, it wipes really well. You can wash it. So we've really been happy with those. And then that in turn goes into my 4th buy, which is a double stroller. You are going to want a great stroller. With my first son, I made the mistake of just buying a cheap, like the cheapest like Graco stroller I could find, and within like 10 months it had fallen apart because we used it so much. So what I bought at that point was a Baby Jogger City Select stroller. They are like the hot item right now. I've had mine for about 2 years now, and I love it just as much as when I bought it. So I saved up and bought it once again, another really expensive item, but you will never have to buy another stroller again. It can have 1 child, it can have 2 children. We actually have all 3 are able to ride on our stroller. Our Britax carriers click right into it. So both twins could have both car seats in, and then once they graduate from their car seats, they have all sorts of cool seating arrangements. They can both face me, face out, face each other, face opposite way. I mean, it just is awesome. The seats can arrange all over the place. And then my 4-year-old son actually rides on a glider board that connects to the back of it. So like I said, we can actually push all 3 children on our City Select stroller. So save your money up and buy a stroller. It's awesome. I promise you will not regret it. The quality is amazing. The one negative I have is it is, once again, a heavy stroller, and it is quite hard for me to fold it and get it into my minivan. I feel like if you are a more petite person, it would probably be pretty hard. I mean, I'm 5'9", and I have a hard time with it sometimes. But I also know that ours is a little bit older, so maybe the newer ones are easier to fold up. But once again, we love it. I've lived with it the last 2 years. I've used it with 1 child and now using it with twins. It's totally worth the money in my opinion. I don't know anyone that has bought it and doesn't like it. So yes, get that if you can. Put it on your registry. Maybe it's something that a bunch of people can pitch in together and get you. And the good news is you can buy, I think, just the frame or 1 seat. I think it comes with 1 seat, and then you can just get the car seat attachments and then not have to worry about getting the 2nd seat until your kids need it later on. So it is something that you can buy the pieces as you go, and it does hold up really well. Like I said, we've had it for 2 years and it still acts like it's brand new. It drives really easily, turns really easily. We've loved it. And I have just the all black one. In case you were wondering, there's all sorts of colors. I think we have purple, silver, red, beige. There's all different color seats. Okay, so then my fifth and final item that I'm going to say that we have used is our FisherPrice Rock and Plays. A lot of people don't know what rock and plays are, but it's actually what we had our babies sleep in our room for the first 2.5 months. They are similar to a bassinet, but much smaller, and they're inclined. I'll of course insert a picture, and they are pretty inexpensive. I got ours for about $45 at Target. They have them at Babies R Us, Buy My Baby, all those places. And they are okay for them to sleep in. I know there's, like, they don't want their baby sleeping in swings anymore. There's all sorts of different rules and regulations, but these are sold as another option for a bassinet. It is for them to sleep in. So what I loved about having the rock and plays in the beginning is, once again, their size. They're small. They don't take up a ton of space in your room. I didn't need a pack and play in my room for them to sleep in, or a crib in my room for them to sleep in. Bassinets are kind of big and bulky and hard to move, and I didn't want them sleeping necessarily together in the same bassinet because it's such a small space. So with the rock and play, we were able to, in the beginning, have one on one side by me and one on one side by my husband. And that was really nice because in the middle of the night, he could help me when it was time to feed and change them and swaddle them back up again. And even in the middle of the night, if one got fussy, you could just reach over and rock them a little bit. They're curved on the bottom like a rocking chair kind of, so they do rock. The other cool thing is that they are inclined a little bit, and that's nice if babies have reflux or spitting up in the beginning. They're still flat on their back, but it is inclined just slightly, and that makes it so that they're not going to just gurgle on all that milk. Sometimes preemies have a problem. They can be prone to have acid reflux or colic or that sort of thing, so I think that did help out a bunch in the beginning. And now that they're not even sleeping in my room, I still have them up because they're easy to wheel around upstairs. So if I need to get ready, I can set them up in my bathroom and then have them there, and they just hang out while I take a shower and do my makeup and my hair. You know, they fold really easily and really thin, so they're easier to take places with you versus even a pack and play. I feel like they take up a lot less room. So that has been a really good buy. A lot of my friends recommended it. They use them with their babies, and I'm so glad that we bought those instead of traditional bassinets, or even have them on a pack and play. They're softer, they're comfier, they're cozier, I feel like. We didn't ever use the option, but they do have like a vibrating option, so you could put batteries in it and turn it on and give like a little vibration, which could soothe some babies. We just never got around to putting the batteries in ours. So yeah, we love the rock and plays. Definitely look into them and see if it's something that you guys think would work for you too. So those are my top 5 bigger items, absolute necessities for twins. We use them constantly, daily, almost all of them. So hopefully this has been helpful to you, and if you have any other questions about other items, please leave them below. And like I said, hopefully this helped, and if you're expecting twins soon, congratulations, you're gonna have so much fun. So I will be back again with another video for you guys later on this week. See you later. Bye.